Hello student, welcome to all of you in the next physics lecture. Myself Rajesh Lagat, physics teacher. In the first chapter, Rotational Dynamics, we have to see here the next point, the banking of the road. What is mean by the banking of road and what is the maximum speed with which the car can be safely driven? First of all, we have to see here the maximum speed of the car. Suppose that when this car is moves along with the horizontal curved road surface, just like the in that section, when the car is moves along with the horizontal curved road surface, not a straight line. When the car is moves along with the horizontal curved road surface, then what will happen? The necessary centripetal force is supplied by the friction in between the wheels and the road surface. When the car is moves along with the horizontal curved surface, then there should be the centripetal force is required, and which is given by the force of friction between the car and the this road surface. Okay. Suppose if m is the mass of the car, r is the radius of this curve path, just like, and v is the speed of the car, then you know that well the centripetal force is given by F is equal to mv square upon r. This is nothing but the centripetal force. You know that F is equal to mv square upon r. M is the mass, v is the speed, and r is the radius of the curve path. This is suppose the equation number 1. Now, if mu is the coefficient of friction between the car and the road surface, that means the wheel of the car and the road surface, there should be the friction, and this coefficient of the friction is denoted by the letter mu. And so that this mu is the coefficient of friction between the car and the road surface. Then the force of friction is given by, okay, then this force of friction, this is nothing but mu mg. This is the equation number 2. Force of friction between the car and the road surface, that is equal to mu mg, where mu is the coefficient of friction between them, that is the wheel of the car and the road surface, m is the mass, and g is the acceleration due to the gravity. Suppose this is the equation number 2. Now at the equilibrium position, that means this car is turned along with the horizontal curved surface. At that time it should be balanced, it should be the equilibrium position. At that time the centripetal force is always equalized by the force of friction between this car and the road surface. And so that we can write here the centripetal force, we know that well, this mv square upon r, and the force of friction, this is nothing but what, mu mg, and therefore m should get cancelled. It should be get cancelled, and v square upon r is equal to mu into g. Take this r this side, RHS side, therefore v square is equal to mu rg, or v is equal to under root mu rg. And this is the maximum speed with which the car can be safely driven. You should ask the in numerical what is the maximum speed of the car given by this coefficient of friction, radius, and you know that this value of the g. Then you can use the formula v is equal to under root mu rg, that is the maximum speed with which the car can be safely driven. This is the very short expression for the banking of the roads. You know that this what is mean by the banking of roads. What is the necessity of the banking of the roads? Suppose sometimes it's happened this any vehicle, or if the speed of the car, it should be greater than this speed, v is equal to under root mu rg. Suppose sometimes it's happened the speed of the car, it should be greater than this speed, that is the v is equal to under root mu rg. Then what will happen? Then this car will be in danger of being thrown off, or it should be accident, and the it should be protected in one way, the protecting the car along the curved surface at the high speed to increase the force of friction by making the road surface more and more rough. But this is not a better way, because by making this road more rough, this tire of this vehicle, it should be wear and tear, and it should damage, and this friction should be, this is not reliable. in between them. And so that when the road becomes sometimes wet due to the rain or oil from the these moving vehicles fall on the road, then the banking of the road is the best way to the safety of the vehicles moving at the high speed along the core road surface. You have to remember that this banking of road is essential, necessary only when this vehicle, when the car is moves along with the horizontal curve road surface, just like in guard section. If this car is moving just like this horizontal curve road surface, then there should be the necessity of the banking of road. Then what is meant by the banking of the road? The outer edge of the road is just rises than that of the inner edge, and this is nothing but the this banking of the road. Suppose we have to see here this example. Suppose this is the turn, then this is the inner side and this is the outer side. Then this outer side it just rises. This outer side it just rises. Then this is nothing but the banking of the road. This is the straight way. This is not necessary to banking of road in straight way, okay? But where there should be the turn, when should be there is a horizontal curve path, then there is necessity of the banking of road. But if you have to this straight way and this there is no banking of the road, then this should be the accidental place. This is the very dangerous place. You have to often you have to see there should be the accident. But the road should be the banked at the curved surface. That means the outer edge of the road it just rises than that of the inner edge. This is the outer edge, this is the inner edge, this is the turn. Then this outer edge it just rises like this. Okay, just rises, and then that of the inner edge of the road, which is known as the banking of the road. If the turn is this side, then again this outer edge of the this road it just rises than that of the inner edge of this road. This is nothing but the banking of the road. याचा आणखी एक एक्झाम्पल म्हणजे तुम्ही टेरेसवर आपण कधी कधी स्लोप देतो पहा. पावसाळ्यात पाणी सर्व एका बाजूला या कोपऱ्यामध्ये आपण त्याला ते पाणी असं खाली सोडतो, तर तो जो स्लोप आहे तर दिस इज द नथिंग बट द banking of the road, and it is very necessity. But when the car is moving along with the horizontal curve road surface, you should ask this one mark question: what is the banking of road? Okay, what is the maximum speed with which the car can be safely driven? You should ask that this numerical this formula v is equal to under root mu rg, where mu is the coefficient of friction between them, r is the radius, and this g is the acceleration due to the gravity. And if you have to ask what is meant by the banking of road, then just when the outer edge of the road is just rises than that of the inner edge, this is nothing but the banking of road. Or what is the necessity of the banking of road? Then you have to give the examples. In rainy season, the roads are wet, or in sometimes leakage of oils on moving vehicles from moving vehicles. Then there should be the slip of these vehicles, and it should accident. To aware of this, to protect this, one way is that to make the road surface more rough. But this is not a better way, because the tire of this vehicle should be wear and tear, it should damage. And so that the best way is that the road should be the bank. Then what is meant by the banking of road? The road should be banked. That means the outer edge of the road it just rises than that of the inner edge. Outer edge of the road it just rises than that of the inner edge. This is nothing but the banking of road, and this is the better way to save these vehicles at the maximum speed. Okay, then what is mean by the angle of banking? The angle of inclination along with the horizontal curve road surface. That means your vehicles is right on this just way, just like this, on this position, at this position. Okay, then it should be take one sides, then there should be the angle in between this road surface and this car vehicle. This angle between them, there should be, this is nothing but the just like this diagram we have to see here. This is nothing but the angle of banking. The angle of banking is here, theta. Angle of banking means what? the angle of inclination along with the horizontal curved surface between them. This is nothing but the angle of banking, denoted by the letter theta. And this theta is nothing but we have to find out this tan theta is equal to v square upon rg. When if you have to neglect the friction between them, then the formula is same. Tan theta is equal to v square upon rg, or theta is equal to tan inverse of v square upon rg, or v square is equal to rg tan theta. We have to also see in the next point this what is mean by the angle of banking and derivation for the angle of banking. You have to understand this well. Okay, we have to stop here. Thank you.